Good morning. It's nearly 7:15. I was awake, so I thought I'd just come and get this done. But it's nice now. I think it's been raining overnight, and it is going to rain apparently a bit later. It's lovely now. I mean, it's chilly, but it's nice blue skies. Yeah, so let's get this done. There is something a bit different today. My knee's giving me a bit of trouble, so I'm going to focus on upper body today and do this exercise, these weird kind of exercises to start off with. See how they go. I don't know. Who knows? I don't know if these are. I'll link it's only a short. I'll link it. But I mean, you're moving your body, aren't you? You're moving your joints, so it must be doing something. Anyway, we'll see. Right, let's get going with this. Yes, so this is a couple of new people I found today, this first bit, and there's a bit on the end because I managed to delete some of this section. Yeah, so this is just, I'm trying to keep it, trying to take it a bit easy today because of my knee, so I'm just going to do this. This is to sort of get your lymph flowing and just kind of wake yourselves up in the morning, wake your body up in the morning. I mean, it doesn't look like much, but it's all about getting your joints moving, getting your lymphatic fluid flowing, getting your body, what's the word I'm looking for? Lubricated. That's get your joints lubricated. That's what I was going to say. Yeah. So this kind of goes on for a bit, and then this is one guy, and then I come on to some exercises by another couple, and I will link obviously these in the video description. And then there's another section that's about lymph and sort of getting that flowing. And then I'm going to move on to some arm exercises, some weights, and then I'm also going to look at a guy who does a lot of hip. Oh yes, so this is the sort of another. This is the second couple. They do this together. So this is again all about lymph and getting that flowing. And the idea here is you do each of these movements for 1 minute. Yes, so I was not feeling it this morning at all. This makes me think of aggressively rocking a baby to sleep. I just want to emphasize that I never rocked my son to sleep like this. But when I looked at this, I was thinking, oh my God, it just looks like somebody who's like, go to sleep. But no, it's obviously not that. I think this is all about, synovial fluid, the fluid that lubricates your joints, that gets in between, into your joint cavities and enables your bone, your sockets, the socket, what do you call it, the sort of the round bit that fits in, into the socket, and it enables them to move more smoothly against each other and reduce the risk of pain as you get older, keeping these sockets lubricated so you don't get kind of bone on bone. Yeah, so I think this is, I don't know whether I was kind of losing track of time here and I was just thinking, oh, that feels like a minute. But I know in the actual video, they say to do these movements for 1 minute each. I guess this is for your hip joints, so where your femur goes into your hip socket. Get that synovial fluid moving around your body. Oh, right, and we're moving on to bicep curls now. And again, I've cut out all the dead wood, the rests and everything. So I think, again, this is what I've done before. So I don't know, I think I did 15 here. So I've gone up in number because I think when I started off, I was doing 10. So I think I do 15 of each. I do the bicep curls, 15 of each, with a 30-second rest in between each set of 15. So 15 reps, 3 sets, with a total of 1 minute resting time. Oh, and then we go on to my favourites, the overhead press. So I don't know how many I managed of these. I don't know if I just stuck to 10 or whether I managed to do 12, but I just have no strength in my shoulders at all. Just, how many was that? I wasn't counting, I was talking anyway. Yeah, so again, 3 sets of however many reps I do with a 30-second rest in between each set. Cut out the dross again. 1, 2. Oh, I must have gone to 12. You can see I'm feeling it here. Yeah, 12. 12's what I can manage. And here's my last set. I think I just about managed 12 again here as well. Yeah, so just about managed to squeeze out those last two. That was agony. Okay, now going on to um the rows, what they call the standing rows. So yeah, I can do these quite easily. So I think I did either 15 or 20 reps. So I'm yeah. And again, these are good for your lateral muscles across your back, the back of your shoulders and the upper back. Good for helping to protect you against that hunchback as you get older. You don't want that kind of those rounded shoulders and you hunch back. Okay, so moving on to the tricep kickbacks. Again, I think I managed 15 of each of these times 3. Okay, and these are the lateral arm raises. Did I do 10 or 12 of these? Again, I find these really difficult as you get towards the end. It's these and the overhead presses that I find the most difficult. So obviously it's the strength in my shoulders that is where I'm lacking most of my strength. Oh no, maybe I only did 10. 10 of each. I haven't progressed. So this was the new video, and this is all about um, maintaining hip mobility. So he was saying to do, I think he was saying to do, I think it was like 10 or 20 each movement well, I didn't say every day, but, keep doing these. I mean, he doesn't do them very long, so you could probably, squeeze them in every day. And he does one leg and then the other, but because I was on the chair, I thought, well, I'll do them one side. I'll do all one side and then all the other side. But my right knee was giving me a bit of trouble sort of supporting myself there. And as I said, the two latter movements, I just could not. I was looking at the phone thinking, what's he doing? I couldn't work out what he was doing. So these are the kickbacks, and the previous exercise was the lateral leg raises. And the last two movements, I couldn't work out what he was doing, so I just didn't do them. I'm going to have to work out exactly what he was doing. Not this one, obviously. This is kind of a hinge movement. So you're sort of bending over and you're sort of touching the floor, but you're doing that hinge movement. Yeah, so as I said, the last two movements, I was looking at the phone thinking, what on earth is he doing? I couldn't work out the angles and exactly how he was moving his leg. So I'll come back to those. I'll have to sort of have a look properly and think, what is he doing? So this is just me now doing the other side. So as I said, the leg swings. Moving on to the lateral leg raises. And then onto the kickbacks. I think they used to call these donkey kicks, didn't they, back in the day? I'm sure they used to call these donkey kicks. And then the final hinge movement. So the two moves I couldn't get were more about like rotating the ball of the joint within the socket. But as I said, I'm going to have another look at that because I just couldn't get it this morning at all. I didn't know what he was doing. Right, so these are going on to some calf raises. And this was the very first, these should have been at the very beginning. These are the ones I managed to delete. So I had to do them again. So I think you're supposed to do 100 of these, but I couldn't do 100. I'm not sure how many I managed in the end, but I know I didn't do 100. I maybe managed about 30. It's me tipping forward there. I do these every day anyway, but I don't normally have weights. So that just adds another £10. £5 in each hand. But yeah, these are the ones I talked about, exercise snacks throughout the day. So if I'm standing at my kitchen sink, while I'm waiting for the microwave or something, I'll sneak in a few of these every day. And then this is the soleus muscle, which I've spoken about before. This is the muscle in your calf that is underneath the main muscle, the main calf muscle, which is the kind of the bulgy one. But the soleus muscle is the one that lies underneath that. And if you do this after you've eaten, it has a key role in pulling sugars out of your bloodstream after food, which means that you require less insulin to be released into your bloodstream. So if you're worried about diabetes, you might be pre-diabetic, or you're worried about becoming pre-diabetic, this is an excellent exercise to do after food, sort of, within a sort of a 20-minute, 10-minute, 20-minute gap after eating. As soon as within sort of reason. So maybe 10 minutes, then do it. And even if you're not that mobile, if you can just scooch to the edge of your sofa or sit on a chair and do this, then, as I said, it pulls sugar out of your bloodstream, so your pancreas doesn't need to release as much insulin. And obviously, insulin is the thing that gets your body to convert sugars into fats and sort of promotes fat storage. So the less insulin you have floating around in your bloodstream, the less prone you are to storing fat. So you got nothing to lose. And I think I did about 50 of these on each leg. So yeah, and that extra weight there adds 11.8 pounds. I was thinking about this actually. I've got another weight there. I could have done both knees at the same time, both legs at the same time, but I didn't anyway. Okay, so this, when it finishes, I think is about 24 minutes, but obviously I cut out all the dead time between all the reps. So I think I ended up doing 29 minutes, 30 seconds. So I owe you 30 seconds basically. But yeah. Okay, so that's me done for the day. And I'll catch you on the next one. Okay, bye.